Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Broadcast Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So, yeah, today is Saturday, and I hope you all are doing fantastic. Let's see what's going on with the cards. So I am still having a little bit of trouble breathing, so you might notice that. I just want you all to be aware it absolutely was me sleeping wrong. It's getting a lot better. But according to people that are smarter than me, they say it could be up to 14 days, and it hasn't been a week yet. So, and it is a lot better. I'm just, when I take that deep breath, and sometimes when you're talking, anyway, if you see me do that, it's not horrible. I'm kind of used to wincing almost. It's becoming a habit. Okay. What do we got going on? What do we need to know today? I'm using Barbieri Tarot again. I'm sticking with it. What do we need to know? Current situation. Okay, now it's the Eight of Swords, present influence, Nine of Swords, future influence, Nine of Pentacles, unexpected, Three of Wands, challenge, Knight of Pentacles, strength, Three of Swords. Where does this lead? That's the Five of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Empress. Yeah, I'm going out. Ace of Pentacles. This is a hard reading. This is a good reading. What is our advice here? Is the Ten of Cups. The Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. With the Hierophant, there feels to me like there might be some... there is definitely a celebration with this Four of Wands. It's really... Okay, so let me play out here. We've got the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. There's some really hard cards in the now with the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. I see the Hierophant after that, which is all about commitment, and even the Six of Pentacles after that on the bottom of the deck, which is about sharing, and working together. Well, give and take. And I'm getting, for some of you, this could be about a wedding or something of that nature. It definitely could be about a commitment that you're celebrating. So we'll leave it there because a lot of this does not feel like love romantically to me. So this could definitely be some kind of commitment that you're doing for yourself. You're going to start school, anything like that where you're committing, but it's leaving you in a very fine space. Like, this isn't really something I want to do, and I'm very excited about it. And now it's not easy because we have the Eight of Swords in the current situation with the Nine of Swords and the influence. So there is something that's making you very anxious, scared. There's a fear, worried about the future that is making you feel like you're stuck. So right now, that's where you're at. Like, how do I move forward? But this is causing it even more so, like almost making you feel like you shouldn't move forward with something. Like, this is not, I don't want to say it's in your head, but it's definitely a fear-based situation where you're like, okay, this is making me crazy. I'm thinking about this. I have all these things going on. Ugh, let's do the Nine of Swords first because that's what's driving the Eight of Swords. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. What is the Nine of Swords, please? Two of Wands, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, this is something that you really want to do with the Two of Wands. There's something that you really want to do here. The Five of Swords is, I think there's a lack of trust here, or I think you're almost like worried about, is everything going to be fair? Like, I get that feeling, but I feel like it's more the fight itself. The Knight of Pentacles is, I think this is where the worry is coming. Like, you really want to move forward. This is really important. You're ready to put up the battle, right? You're ready to fight for it. But here's the anxiety piece. You got to be patient and you got to work consistently to get there. So there's this, that's what's driving the anxiety is I want to do this. I want to do this now. I've got the drive now. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. I want to commit to this, but I've got this Knight of Pentacles saying, yeah, but you're going to have to work. And that can drive anxiety because now you got to figure out how you're going to do it. Hence the Eight of Swords. So now how am I going to do this? And this is like almost a lack of confidence card here. And that's okay. I think that anytime we want to drive and get excited, that it's a good idea to look at what you can lose along the way too. Now keep in mind, everything is panning out. It's just the now that has you kind of stuck. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. Is there anything we need to know about the Eight of Swords? Three of Swords, Judgment, Emperor. You know, there's something that I think the Eight of Swords is you coming out of a sad space. It could have been with somebody, but I don't think so. I think it's just not in a good place. You might feel distant from whatever situation this is, whether it's work or love or whatever. But the Judgment is you coming out of that. And the Emperor is, I feel like the reason why you feel stuck is you feel like there's someone else in control. And that is your feeling of being stuck. Again, going back to that Nine of Swords, having that fear and knowing that you have to be patient, but you know, this could be either someone in control or you wanting to control everything, which could be another reason why you get stuck. If I can't control it, then I feel like I can't move forward, which I think changes. And it changes because we do have the Nine of Pentacles in the future influence. This is your recognition. This is actually, I look at this card and it's a little, it's a sexy card. I mean, come on. But I feel like what she's doing is saying, I have everything I need. I don't need, you can't judge me. You can't, I know what I've done. I know what I've accomplished. I know how good I am. This is a confidence card in a lot of ways, because that is kind of like a very, what's the word? Vulnerable position to be in, but she's not being vulnerable. And so it's really not about sex or lust. It's about being comfortable with being vulnerable and understanding that you do have more confidence and you can do more than, maybe you thought you could do here. And I like that energy coming in for you because it's saying, yeah, I need to work at this. And you understanding that Knight of Pentacles moving forward. Yeah, I gotta be patient. I gotta work through it, but it can be done and I can do it. So tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles, please. Oh, Page of Cups, Seven of Swords, and Justice. Yeah. I feel like this is a realization. Like the Page of Cups brings us gifts. The Seven of Swords, I think this is you going, nope, no one's going to take shit from me no more. I'm taking myself back. The Justice also I like because, the Justice is about the balance here. So you have got this. I think something also becomes right. Like something happens, and I don't want to say like this is like a justice, like, guilty or innocent. It's justice in the fact that that there's some kind of proof here about your knowledge, about where you stand, about, yeah, making this Nine of Pentacles real. Yeah, I got this. Don't even, I can absolutely do this. But I think it comes from something here with this Seven of Swords. And I think it's like, you can't take that away from me anymore. You just can't. Like, I know where I'm at. There's a definite balance or justice here where, you can't take that from me. And I love this Nine of Pentacles, especially in this situation, because I definitely feel like it's that aha moment of no, no, I'm stronger than that. And I like the Three of Wands and the unexpected here. Look at that, like Three of Wands, everything's coming together. And let's see what the Three of Wands is. Like, you're seeing your hard work paying off, which will make that Knight of Pentacles energy that we had with the, I believe it was with the Nine of Swords, making that easier to endure, because that being patient and working through something is not always easy. Tell me more about this Three of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. You got this. Oh my God. Like, so a lot of times when I see the Nine of Pentacles, it reminds me of the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Wands here. Now, keep in mind, this is not necessarily feminine cards, but because they're all coming together like this, alike, it's saying that you have these energies. You have everything you need. You're realizing your strength. The Queen of Wands is that passion that's going to drive you. The Queen of Swords is that energy that you're putting into something and working it through and using logic as well. And when you put a pentacle, flipping pentacle, wand, and sword together, think about the power of that, because there's the stability, there's the passion, the energy, the drive, there is the logic, there is the intellect, there's articulateness, being articulate. I mean, it's all there. And this is really good, and you're seeing that this could really come together. This is very cool. I think having all of those energies. I'm not gonna lie. That's it. And here, I didn't even realize this. I didn't put two and two together. Knight of Pentacles is in the challenge. Yes, it's going to take some time. Yes, that is hard, especially with that Queen of Wands energy smack in the middle of this Three of Wands. Yeah, I know. I want to do this quickly. I want to do it now. I don't. The Wands courts don't have patience. They just don't. They want to do it. They want, when they see, I want to see, like, when they see their goal, they're going for it. So here's that Knight of Pentacles. We'll go ahead and clarify it, but yeah, that's definitely the challenge, is dealing with the keep flipping cards, dealing with the patience, the consistent. You got to stay consistent. Although I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, you're realizing that you have that within you. You need to pull it out, probably, because I loved having that I can't tell you, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. That's excellent. So tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles in our challenge. I do. I feel like this is just patience. Yeah. Chariot, Hangman, Page of Swords. So Chariot, like, is the speedy. I want to be speedy. I want to do this speedily. The Hangman, though, is knowing that having that hard time looking at things differently. This coming from a, here I want to go, oh shoot, I gotta look at this. And then the Page of Swords is, yeah, and I gotta work through it. So though, with the Page of Swords too, I gotta say this, is that you know exactly where you want to go. And it makes it hard, because you have to wait, you have to be patient, you have to endure this, whatever it is. The Three of Swords is in your strength. Now I'm trying to figure out why this is in your strength. I'm going to clarify it. Three of Swords is separation, is sadness. But I think the sadness may be what's driving you. If there's something in your life before this celebration feeling that you were really sad about, which is feeling like you're going to be stuck in something forever, then maybe understanding, your, it's not really disappointment, it's literally being sad. Tell me more about this Three of Swords in our strength. Why is the Three of Swords in our strength? Four of Wands, Justice, Judgment. Wow. That's not making it any easier to read that Three of Swords. I think there may be a situation that ends up being part of this. I mean, there's something that's coming from this celebration, and there's something about justice, being, I mean, it's not just about being balanced, it's about the right thing, but the judgment is all about, um, being revitalized, that rebirth feeling, that excitement. There's something here where you are feeling, so the Three of Swords is not just about sadness, it's also about separation, being a part of something, not a part, but a part, like away from it. So there's that feeling of, I feel like this is actually helping you. So the celebration here has to do with something righting itself here, becoming true, becoming real. And the judgment is some kind of energy coming back in that is driving the sadness to help you move forward. This is very confusing to me why this Three of Swords is in the strength. But sometimes we learn the most from when we were the most sad. And if that is part of it, then that's going to drive you to move forward even more so. Because I just feel like it is like, okay, it's kind of sad this is happening. It has to do with the past. It has to do with something here. And maybe this celebration could be someone in your life that is getting married, and it's for some reason hard for you. And you feel like that might be, um, and it could be something from someone from your past, because again, we've got justice and judgment. I feel like there's almost like this drive that you might be setting for yourself, like understanding, and even though it's sad, that there's certain things that aren't going to happen again. And while that's sad and it feels hard, it also puts you into a position, well, if that's never going to happen again, then I need to do XYZ. And I think that makes perfect sense why the Five of Wands is there. Because sometimes our hardest times are what drive our biggest, desires, what drive us to reach those desires, not just, sometimes we need that. Um, and I don't think it's, okay, so I'm going to be honest, I don't think this is something you're sad about now. You probably have been sad about it, but it's also what's driving you here. It's driving you to say, I know that that's not going to happen, or I'm not going to get that back. That's what I'm getting with the judgment. Also with the justice. There's something here. Maybe it was a relationship in the past, and it's actually driving you to do something different. I don't think this is necessarily about love, but what I do think is about driving you into a more sustainable future. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands is that conflict. The Ten of Pentacles is reaching goals here, ultimate goals. We also have the Ten of Cups in our advice. So there is something about reaching goals. And then we have the Empress, which to me is very nice. It's about taking care of business, taking care of yourself, taking care of those who are around you that are very important to you, your family, or any kind of whatever family is to you. I mean, I want to be clear that it's not necessarily blood family, but people that you want to take care of, and yourself. And then it leads to the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity. It could be money coming in that's going to help you out here, because that's another reason why that this might be hard, the Nine of Swords. So what is this Five of Wands? What is the conflict happening here? What are we conflicted about? I mean, I think it's just making decisions, Tell me about the Five of Wands. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Tower, Devil. There's that sadness. I think that Devil speaks to itself, but there's definitely a change here. You're conflicted about this because there's something about being independent that's going to change, but it brings in something that you are very, maybe not healthfully attached and healthy. You're not attached to in a healthy way. I'm struggling with words. I want to make up my own words, but you're not attached. You're attached to it in a very not healthy way. But again, I'm looking at that Three of Swords. So I think this will come full force, because this is your conflict here. There's some kind of change, and it comes from you being independent. There's the change. There's the attachment. Um, I think there'll be a conflict here, but I don't think it's negative because we go to the Ten of Pentacles. But it might be just a short-lived thing that happens, and maybe it's just sparking your in your mind even. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is about home, family. It can be about jobs and money. It can be, I like that the Ten of Pentacles here and we turn around and get the Ace of Pentacles. I really do. I like that because it means that we still have more to do. So tell me about this Ten of Pentacles, please. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Ooh, King of Pentacles, Chariot. There is something here. I mean, golly, you're taking stuff back. This King of Pentacles could be actually someone. I mean, it could be. We got all those queens, right? But I feel like things are coming back around. I don't feel like this King of Pentacles is taking anything from you. And then here's that Chariot. This is an excitement. Now, this King of Pentacles could be. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be male. I say that with the queens there, that this could be a counterpart, but it also could just be someone in your life that's helping you out and helping you like take back your stuff. And the Chariot's that success, that forward move, that victory. Chariot is a victorious card. The victory, the moving forward, all of that really good energy with that Ten of Pentacles. And it feels to me like this could be a move. Seeing the Chariot there, you could be moving into a new home, a new place. It could be coming from that King of Pentacles as well. It definitely could be, because then you have the the Empresses. It is a three. The Empress here, which is about nurturing and, let's see more about this this Empress, please. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Five of Swords. There's that King again. He's coming twice. There is a new opportunity, and it is coming from this King of Pentacles. And I think with the Five of Swords here is you are, it's something that you have to really study. You want to make sure that this opportunity, this Ace of Wands to King of Pentacles, is legit and that no one's messing with you. And it is, because it leads to the Ace of Pentacles, or you figure it's not and you had the right direction. So let's look at this Ace of Pentacles. But I think that's you taking care of everything. Like that's what happens. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. What is this Ace of Pentacles here? Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. This is definitely exactly where you want to go. You are definitely celebrating something. And that Queen of Swords, I feel like, is that, I mean, you've had the focus moving forward. That Three of Wands said that too. And it has led you to abundance here. And I feel like this new energy, this celebration, and I feel like this could be, some of you, it could be a move, and that's going to be like a whole new opportunity for you. And that's huge. It's going to be a whole new opportunity. Yeah, like it. I do. A lot, actually. So let's continue. Ten of Cups is in your advice. I feel like this really is about living toward your highest dreams. And if this is something where you're working with other people, be sure to keep it very loving and keep that love involved in it. But I feel like it's more, even more being, really embracing the the love in your life, the not a specific person, but the love that you have around you. Because I feel like this is a move, and for some of you, or a job opportunity, and it could be something in between there too. It could be actually a relationship with all those kings coming up. So, but I think it's embrace what makes you feel comfortable and secure, because that's what the Ten of Cups really is this comfort. It's like you reach a, a time in a relationship where you're really super comfortable. You're very, and when I say comfortable, I don't mean necessarily financially. I mean, you're comfortable with the situation. You're comfortable with that. And I feel like it's really moving forward. It's really about comfort, like, and make sure that you're doing whatever it is you're doing it for you and the higher good. Because if you start doing something for someone else, then you get back to this energy of being stuck, because we can only do that for so long, and then it doesn't work anymore. And if you think about it, if you've ever been stuck in other things, if you've been trying to do it because that's what so and so wants you to do, it's what your parents want you to do, that's what you do it for so long, and then suddenly it just feels not right, because you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're not doing it because it's the best thing for you. You're not doing it because it's what you love, what you want to do. And we all have to do our things to make a living, and we all have to do that. But at the same time, there's always ways to work for something more. So there you have it. That's a long video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. Take care. Have a beautiful day.